Haha, good job everybody. Welcome back once again to your favorite never-finishing series, Battle Bane. I told you last time, keep the comments coming, keep pushing me to finish up this map, and I've seen the comments, and it's like, okay, I better make another video, because there's more and more every day it seems. So I thought I'd give you kind of a quick update today, what I've done with it, and hopefully today we can get this arena finished. That's my goal. I've mostly just been doing building since last time because, and a couple of command block fixes, but mostly building because of the 1.13 updates. It's going to change command block syntax and probably break a bunch of stuff, so at the moment it's hard to actually work on this map project. But I have done some building. That's something that we can do safely, I think. So last time I showed it, this is kind of what the map looked like over here. You start out over here. This is the spawn point for the arena fight. Not a good spawn point. You don't want to teleport someone here and then they walk off the edge. So I had to build a stretcher here and stuff, and I messed around with some wacky stairs and some crazy wood structuring here. Nothing too fancy. We kind of got plain grass and some plain pathing. Goes down here to nothing, and then we had this mountain, which is this pure stone with a mine shaft that's pretty plain looking, and all that kind of stuff. So basically, since last time, I have added a lot of detail to the map. Over here, you can see this is the quarter I've been working on. And what I'll do first here is I'm going to copy this over and rotate it to the other 4 quarters so we can get an idea of what the actual map looks like at this point. So let me go ahead and do that, and then we'll walk through it here. All right, very good, guys. So I copied over that section to the other 3 quarters, and now I'm going to take you on a tour of what we got built so far with this arena. It's actually just about done. We're going to try to finish it today, and I'm so excited. If you don't know, out of the series here, I've spent more time building this thing than I have spent on doing any of the command block stuff. This is a huge part of the map making, is just building this arena. Because we need a place to fight in our game mode here. And I figure we'll spend probably 3/4 of our time just gathering resources in the overworld. And then we'll get teleported here to fight it out, and we're going to spend, a 1/4 of the time here. So it is actually a pretty big part of the game, and we don't want it to suck. We want it to look good, and we want it to function well, because it's what determines our points. Who wins the game is whoever wins in the arena fight here. So we don't want some unfair, terrible map. We want something good that will support 20 to 30 players, So it had to be fairly big as well. And yeah, so this is where we're at here. So I'll just maybe talk you through some of this stuff here. So we're going to spawn probably right around here. Every team will have a different clay color. So red for red team, blue for blue. You know the deal. We start out here. We have a nice, safe, cozy spot to start off with. You don't walk off the edge or anything here. You're pretty safe. You can come over here at the beginning. Maybe there's something you didn't do before you got teleported. Maybe you got to craft something. Maybe one of your teammates was like, hey, can you pick up some arrows for me? You can drop them off here in this chest for them to pick up or something like that. Easy way to exchange items. And I put in a jukebox here in case anybody wants to troll. Maybe they found a record they want to play. Whatever. And as you can see here, a big part of my arena design here is branching paths. I like branching paths a lot. So when you start, you can either go forward, you can go to the right here, or you can go up the ladder. Lots of decisions. Not every match is going to start out the same. You can come up here and walk over to the dome. The dome was pretty much finished before. I have made a lot of detail changes to it. It was solid stone brick before. Now we have cracked and chiseled bricks and stuff mixed in throughout. And yeah, that's basically the main thing I've been doing here, just adding more details, more textures to the build, more variation, because that is the key to making things look good in Minecraft, if you didn't know. But you can overdo it too. I'm worried I've gone too cluttered. Been thinking about maybe tearing out this tree, for example, and getting rid of a little bit of the grass. But yeah, as you can see, we no longer have a solid gravel path. We have cobblestone and andesite mixed in throughout here. We have the grass and flowers and leaves throughout the outside area. Some path blocks in places for variation. Wheat there for variation. And I tried to be somewhat strategic with this stuff too. Like, for example, we have a bush here, which you can hop up and get up here. So it's kind of like a secret way of getting up here. And this was solid coarse dirt, that's what it's called, yes. And now I've got regular dirt, I've got path blocks and brown concrete mixed in here. This wall was a mess before, now it's organized mess, yes. And same with this side, so that's all good. Added lily pads to the water. We got a waterfall here. This mountain was pretty plain as we saw before. I've added some lava in the top there, so it's a volcano. And cobblestone and andesite. Would maybe like to add some color or something that stands out in the mount, or like up higher in the mountain. I thought about adding snow, but it might just be good as is. I'm not sure what to do with it. And the mine shaft, even though it's pretty simple here still, I think it's good enough. Hopefully. Put some cobwebs in the corner. Yeah. And don't forget everybody's favorite thing. We got a melon tree in the map. Resurrect that old joke, right? If you don't know, a long time ago on the Minecraft server, Beef made an episode where he was building some cocoa trees or something. Or adding some cocoa trees to his build. And he kept saying melon trees instead. And everybody in the comments was like making fun of him. So I decided to prank him by adding some melon trees to his base, and I thought they looked really cool. I thought it was a great idea, like Beef was onto something there. And since then, melon trees have kind of been my thing. I like them a lot, even though they don't make sense. Alright, so where are we now with this build? We have 3 things we got left to do, basically. This tower is a mess right now. I think the lower part of it is good as is. I'm happy with it. But like the mid and upper part of this is just a jumbled mess. I just tried to throw some brick together and see what happened. I said that wrong. Anyways, and it needs some work. The other thing we got to do is the lower section of the map. There is a lower section as well. We have 2 ways down in each quarter, so there's 8 staircases to get down here, actually. And as you can see, it's a solid stone. It's not really shaped properly just yet, and it needs detail. So that's going to be the main thing we got to do probably, is just finish up this bottom area. Doesn't need to be super detailed. It'll probably be somewhat dark too. And then finally, just a final comb over of the map. Final details we want to add, and lighting is probably something to consider, just in case we fight at nighttime. As you can see, all this like stuff I've added on the outside isn't good. The dome is all nicely lit up though, so we don't have to worry about this. I think this is okay as is. But the rest of the map could use some work in that regard. So let's begin with the tower. Okay, so let's get to it here. Usually I don't really plan out structures too well. I just sort of play around with the blocks and see what happens. So I guess to get going here, I want to try lower this a little bit, just so it's not totally flat throughout here. We'll have like a step up and step down for variation here, and then let's plan on at least having this 5 blocks long. I'll get rid of this bridge remnant here, and probably 5 blocks wide at the minimum. One thing I'm a little worried about, like if we make this area too well structured, too fortified, people will spawn in, and then they won't leave their spawn point. They'll just kind of hide out in this tower. We don't want that to happen. We want them to move throughout the map, you know. In this like spawning room here, it's not a great place to be as it is. You'd have to fortify it somehow, because like the other teams are going to come up to you from outside here, and like you got nowhere to hide. If they start shooting you, you're not retreating anywhere. You have no quick retreat out of here either. Like to go up the ladder is not quick. So that's not really a great spot to be long term. So that's good in that way. But if we make the upper part of this too good, people won't leave, you know? They'll come up here and stay here. Okay, let's actually get rid of that. So I think just make it square to begin with here. So kind of plan to bring this up. Another corner over here. Okay, so now we're trying to decide how do we connect from this bottom platform here to this upper one. And we could use a staircase or we could use a ladder. The staircase does actually work out pretty good here. Like if this came out one more block, it would be bad because then it would block our ability to walk this way. But over here I think it's fine. I like the ladder at the spawn point here because you're vulnerable while you're climbing a ladder. In general, you don't really want to use them in PvP games, I don't think. But in this case, it's good because I want you to be at a disadvantage if you stay in there. But over here, I think it would be kind of annoying to have another one. So I like this. I think this is good as is. Alright, so I put like a guard next to the staircase here so you don't walk off of it. I think that's kind of nice. And this area here will probably put a covering over top, turn it into almost like a room. And then maybe over here we'll turn into a room as well. So we'll plan to put a wall up along here and like an entrance here. And I don't know about keeping these sides open or not yet. I'm not sure. But one idea I have is let's give the players some TNT on the map. If they want to use it for whatever, they can. But also, I kind of like putting it over here, like a stockpile of it. Like if they want the TNT, they come and punch it and take it, right? Or let's say a team does decide to like build up in this room here, block off the entrances and make some sort of fortified station right at the start of the game. We could have a bunch of TNT on the roof here that they can either take or ignite. If they ignite it, they kill the team underneath, right? I like that. Also, from the top of the tower here, we have this long bridge. And at face value, you can either go forward or backwards on it. But you can also, like, if you jump right, you'll be able to jump onto this bridge from here without taking much fall damage. Or you can jump into the water from up here and you'll be fine. But I'm thinking, in general, it feels like you only got two options, go forward or backwards. And then here, you either go this way or you go this way, right? We could sneak in another not so obvious thing over here with hay bales. This is like the edge of the map where nobody's going to go, right? Or see, really. So we could put some hay bales here to dampen the fall if you decide to jump down from up there and like keep the side open. Let's just test that out. Game mode 0. We will take how much damage? Half a heart. Aha. Cool. Alright, so we gotta build kind of quick here to get through the whole thing. So I did some off camera, and this is where we're at now with the tower. I'd say it's almost done. It's looking kind of cool. So I did a weird thing with the roofing. I did this one first, and it's like, okay, I kind of like that, right? Just built it out of spruce for a bit of color change because it was just solid stone before, and I was like, doesn't look so good. Like when everything is gray, like solid gray, like the volcano there, it doesn't quite look great. Again, I don't know what to do with that though. So mixed in some brown and stuff with this, and this feels really good. I like this a lot. I put in a trap door here for the quick escape down to the hay bale. Just one hay bale. We do have to be careful how much food we place on the map, because someone can break this and then craft it into bread, right? Same with the melon trees. It's a little bit of emergency food if people are desperate. But we don't want to give people good food like steak and that on the map. I want them to have to bring that in and farm it, you know, in the game. Don't want to give them a straight up advantage. So I did the thing with the roofing here, and I think it's pretty cool. I actually ended up kind of making a sniper post here, which I like a lot. So this is perfect. If you're a sniper in the game, this is where you want to be, because you got a good view of the field down there. You're free to move left and right, so you can dodge if anybody's shooting at you. And if your health gets low, you can just run around the corner here and heal up. That is the dream for a sniper. And I want to encourage sniping as much as possible in this map. I really feel like just straight up sword fighting is boring in Minecraft. I hate it so much. Like I know there's a little bit of strategy in that to it, and I suck at it, so I'm not really one to judge. But when you mix sword combat with bow fighting, it just makes the game a lot better. And on that fact, I decided I'm actually going to just give some arrows every match. Probably 2 stacks worth here. I'm not going to give them the bows, but I want them to be free to use like bows without much difficulty in this game, just so that we can ensure there's sword fighting and bow combat, because it's really easy to craft a sword in Minecraft. It's easy to get like a melee weapon, but collecting arrows and stuff is really difficult. So we want to help them out with that. All right, anyways, so we go up here. This is all good. I like how it looks. I think it looks decent from like this angle and stuff too. Like I said, we should put a stash of TNT over here. So that's what we'll plan to do. And then I think we'll make another roof, because we got this big flat wall. I don't like how that looks. If we make another sort of roof section wrapping up kind of like this, it's going to cover up most of that flat wall and you won't really notice it as much. So either... I'm trying to decide where to put like the posts. Either put them there or one in the corner and one over here, I think. Let's try like this first. So then we put some stairs. Ba-ba-ba-bum. And we are getting close to done. Oh my goodness. And we'll wrap it over like this. Sure. And now blend in some spruce. Okay, how do we do it? Maybe maybe I should have done it like this, actually. Make it stick out by 1. It looks a lot better when you do that. Make that come out. Very good. Make it hang over by 1. And then we end up with an overhang that looks kind of like this. And I think that's a good call, right? Bounces out our roof game. We got 3 of them going this way and then 1 going this way. Makes the building look a bit fatter. Even though it's not really doing anything, it's more there for decoration, right? In total, there is 15 TNT here. And we switched out the floor here, so it's not slabs anymore. It's actually planks, which means it's going to be a lot easier to blast anybody in the room below. If you detonate TNT on slabs, it does very little damage, actually. But with planks, solid blocks there, it will most likely do quite a bit of damage down there if anybody's hiding in there. Or people can just take the TNT and use it as they choose. Like I said, just sword combat's kind of boring, so if people want to use bows, if they want to use TNT for fighting, excellent. It'll make the game more interesting, and it's actually really hard to hurt people or kill people with TNT. You got to time it right, and yeah. So if they can do it, awesome. All right, anyways, I was thinking on that note, let's take some TNT and put it in a couple other places. Like, it makes sense it would be in the mine, right? Maybe we just stash a little bit in here. It doesn't have to be a lot. Okay, and we also got to work out this area here. It still looks pretty terrible. I don't know what purpose to give this spot, though, besides just like a lookout shootout area. If you go here, you're kind of stuck. You're in a dead end. You have to break the fence to hop down or something, which I think is fine. It's a little bit of a different area. There's very few dead ends on the map, actually. So, if somebody goes here, sure, why not? Could do that. I don't know. I think I'm just going to try to smooth it out and make it feel a little bit less open. Alright, guys, I think the tower is pretty much done here. I'm pretty happy with it. I did rough it up a lot, maybe too much. I'm going to kind of see what you guys say about that. That's one thing I might change yet. So there's lots of cracked stone, lots of andesite mixed in. Gives it a lot of texture, but maybe I overdid it. I got carried away, I'll be honest with you. Then I added in some lighting, so if we look at nighttime, actually pretty decent as is, I think. So we got some hanging lighting and stuff. On this side, remember, it was really flat, so I decided to make 3 of the lights stick out here. We can still fall down between the trap doors. Makes it a little bit tougher, but it still works. And then under the bridge here, we have 3 lights. One that's hanging 3 blocks, one that's hanging 2 blocks, and one that's hanging 1 block. So it kind of creates a cool pattern. But anyways, let's move on here. I think that tower is pretty close to done, though. Any changes you guys think I should make before we're totally done with this arena, let me know in the comments, and I'll do one final detail go over with it. We probably won't actually be able to finish it all today anyways, to be honest, because the video is getting long, and I actually should be uploading it right now if I am to get it out when I want you guys to see it. But in the basement here, I did a couple things. I got a brick ring around this opening here. This is supposed to be void, where you can fall down and die from like all the layers here. So that's going to stay open. I tried mycelium just for a change up, plus nether brick. They go good together. And then I was going to do maybe these 2 colors mixed in. But honestly, I'm not really liking it too much. I think we may just continue on the look of the mine shaft here and bring it down, because they're sort of connected anyways, so I think it makes sense. So I'm going to switch this back to just like browns and mix in some grass and stuff down here. Maybe some mushrooms. And we'll see what that looks like instead. Alright guys, I don't know if it's like my Chocolate Island days or what, but I really like the brown ground look in Minecraft. Like even this, with no details, it looks better than the mycelium to me. And then you mix in like some grass and stuff. Oh, looks so much better. So that's kind of the plan. We'll get some green down here. What I think we'll do as well, we're a little bit limited on what we can do, because as you can see, the river's like right above here. So we can't open this up too much. And this is I keep running back and forth. This is actually the bottom of the map. So I'm trying to keep it within 64 blocks tall. This is the very bottom block of our limit here. So an interesting side effect of that is one other way people will be able to kill each other is just like straight up spleef if they want to. Although they're probably not going to have like efficiency 4 shovels or anything. But this would be a good place to bring TNT and stuff if you want to try to kill someone by dropping them into the void. It's a good idea. Anyways, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, let's go back over here. So I think what we'll do, let's get rid of these cobble stairs, and we will instead bring the minecart track down here. So I'm going to put solid planks in the middle. Let's connect it over here. Do one of those. And then we'll run this down here too, just so we mix in some other colors and give your eyes something to focus on a little bit. Do we put planks on the side here too? Maybe not. Maybe we'll leave the cobble stairs there. Yeah, I kind of like that. Okay. Had one kind of funny idea here. We're going to do a test. We'll put a TNT minecart here. I think that makes it blow up, right? When it hits a player or a mob. Wow, there's so much speed. Okay, maybe that won't work actually, because it's pretty slow. Villager. Let's try move it forward. Or you're going to have to get lucky with it, because it loses its speed really quick. Yeah. If he's right here. Nope. Okay, what if we use some power rails? I might mix in some power rails at some point, just to make this idea work. Alright. Power rails plus minecart. Let's not get that guy. Let's see if it'll go all the way. Okay. Nope. Let's see if it'll... How far will it keep its speed? No. Alright, I don't think this idea is going to work. No. Okay, it was worth a shot. I was thinking we could have a TNT minecart up here that you could then push down, and maybe you'd get lucky and hit somebody on the track here, but it might be hard to pull off, actually. Anyways, this is the final look of our mine shaft as of now. Might make some more detailed changes to it, but I think it's feeling pretty good, right? I just did, you guys remember the realistic mining? I kind of just did the same thing here, where I just put up some posts and some supports along the roof here. Gives it a cool look. And I did that thing where you fence off an area like it's dangerous, and I put some TNT behind there. That's going to be one more stash if people want to grab it. Alright guys, so I think we're going to have to wrap up here for today with this episode. We didn't totally finish the arena, but it's like really pretty much done here. I got to do the lighting and any final detail changes, so I kind of want to see what you guys have to say too. Anything you think I should change. I don't want to call the map done until I get your feedback on it, you know. So yeah, next time I show it, it'll probably be totally finished, and hopefully you enjoyed today's episode. Thank you for watching, as always, and for your support in the series. And I'll see you again in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.